While they are still working to earn their badge, recruits at the Lubbock Police Academy are now learning their weapon with the most serious consequences.
3 months in, and recruits are getting familiar now with the gun range. KCBD News Channel 11's Brittany Crittenden shows us how safety is playing a critical role before the badge. Brittany.
Well, Karen and Abner, last time we spoke a lot about the tools on the recruits' new safety belts, specifically their taser. Now they've moved on to their most lethal weapon. And when it comes to handling something that could mean life or death, safety and skill are at the forefront. Recruits are unholstering their newest tool to defend the law. But before they can focus on handling the threat in front of them, their duty weapon has to become a part of them.
That's going to make yourself focus on this trigger finger and not about your gun.
That starts with safety.
We're still hot. We're still hot.
The week before recruits' first day shooting their firearms, they spent several hours in the classroom.
I can't say this enough. No weapon will ever be left unattended.
Learning the rules of the range and even how to handle their firearms at home.
So we had to know all that before we even stepped out here.
Then it came time to load the magazines and hit the targets.
He's got his walkout music playing in his head.
Just slow-mo it.
With safety settled, then comes skill.
We need to focus on the fundamentals, all right? Hand up high.
The technique goes so far to make sure recruits are holding and moving their pistol the right way, even before bullets are involved. After all, for some, it was their first time shooting a gun. For others,
I've done it before, but it's just different having eyes on you.
Recruit Mason Bartlett is familiar with firearms, but says learning like this is on a whole different level.
It feels great. It feels like I'm learning a lot. I'm becoming way better of a shooter than I was before doing this, so it's been definitely helpful. They know what they're doing, and they're teaching us right.
Tommy, do y'all mind demoing this back to back?
And that teaching is pretty hands-on, with one instructor for every 2 recruits. Their experience from the field is also helping recruits focus on how critical these moments can be.
Pretend that this inanimate silhouette has got a gun and it's pointed at you.
If they nail down the form through muscle memory, they can focus more on the situation at hand.
There are a number of decisions that have to be made in a split second that they have to start becoming aware of. And what people don't understand is that you don't walk into the academy with that ability. It's a learned process.
Recruits have also started wearing their ballistic vests every day, something Bartlett is grateful for during defensive tactics.
They told us before we even started DT, like, we're going to get real close in this next 8 weeks, and definitely have. We got some bumps and bruises, but nothing that won't make us better and get us prepared for what we're going to face out there if it does come down to having to get into a fight or something.
Recruits will spend several hours a week over the next 10 learning how to gain compliance without using a weapon.
We don't have the opportunity to lose. We don't lose, okay? Because if we're losing, then that means we're not going home. That's not an option that we have.
This is where Mark Wall, Deputy Chief of the Training Division, says the previous months of intense physical training come into play.
Their physical fitness plays a huge role in that, and being able to perform the tactics and become proficient in those requires a high level of physical fitness.
Meanwhile, applicants are already at the academy for interviews, hoping to become a part of the next class of recruits.
Seems like it was yesterday when we were doing the board interviews and stuff, but now they're coming in, and it's kind of full circle moment. It seems like this whole thing's just flying by.
One round, one round.
Whether on the range or on the mat, recruits are taking their classes seriously, because when they one day may face danger on the job, they have a family to come home to.
Daughter runs around calling me, "Dad's a cop, Dad's a cop." It's been hard, but definitely going to be rewarding.
The demands of their future job have weighed too heavy on one more recruit. What started as a class of 16 is now down to 12. We'll continue to follow their journey before the badge. Abner.
Thank you, Brittany.